Howdy, Sailor the Piperman, Piper the Sailor Man, coming to you from the beautiful island of Puerto Rico. Saying hi this morning. Hopefully, everything's gone well in your life. You're alive. You have a roof over your head. You have food on your table. You have clothes. You have your health. Everything else is the topping. You know what I'm saying? Bless the Lord, all my soul, and all that was within me. Always bless the Lord. That's the secret of longevity. Bless, giving thanks every morning. It's como de ani, giving bless every morning. Thank you, Lord. I have another day of life. You could have been born and waking up to bombs and God knows where. And so I'm here. I'm very, very excited because I ordered Nording Valhalla. I was looking at it, I was going through, I was debating which one. Should I go for freehand? Should I go for the Valhalla? Well, the price of the pipe went out. There's some things that you can do, some things you can't do. I don't like going over the budget. You know, I'm retired. I have to take care of things. And I refuse to go in the red. Never again. So I'm like old timers, cash and carry. If I can't afford it, I won't buy it. And I won't get caught up in loans because you're cursed. Until you pay off that debt, you're cursed. To give to someone else and pay back with interest in most cases. So that being said, I want to get away from that topic, but I want to give one thing before I get into what I really want to talk about. Shout out to Parsimonious Piper. He eloquently stated what I always believe. There is not a clash between engineering and straight grain, or let's put it this way, aesthetics of a pipe. There really isn't, because I believe that a pipe maker, when he's trying to create a pipe, he's looking for the engineering, and he's also looking to make the best looking, beautiful, smokable pipe that he can. You're putting your reputation on the line when you make a pipe. You're selling the pipe, and you want it to sell. You want people to say nice things about your pipe. You're not gonna put, unless you want to hit and run and make a pipe and then get out of the industry, and you might sell 10,000 worldwide pipes and nobody ever buys your pipe, and you go under and you wonder why. Because you're thinking about money and not integrity and not beauty and not engineering and not science. That being said, it's a shout out to him. You can go to his site. I believe it's engineering versus grain. And it's wonderful. I don't want to touch on it because he does a fabulous job, and I'm in agreement with most part, except the fact that why should something that's straight grain cost more? And I think basically it's men put value on things over other things, and they create the criteria for what something is worth. I mean, why is gold more important than, let's say, a ruby? It's our definition of what is valuable, right? And it's something that is unison. But other than that, please check. He does a wonderful job of explaining that. The engineering versus the grain. So shout out to you, brother. You said it all. I'm so happy you touched on this subject. I think it will help young pipe smokers. I'm here smoking this pipe because I want to talk about the man, the myth, and the legend. Eric Nording today. Two reasons. One, I'm getting his pipe. Second of all, I've been to man twice. He is a man. He is a myth. He's a legend. What we going? And I was gonna say something. Yeah, I was got the air conditioner going. I'm smoking McBaron vanilla cream, loose cut, wonderful. I don't know what I'm gonna call this, but vanilla cream is a colorful blend made of loose cut tobaccos mixed with cut plunge. It is manufactured specifically selected aged Virginia tobaccos and modern McBaron Black Cavendish, then blended with exceptional vanilla flavor. That's why it's called vanilla cream. 1862. Really nice. If you like vanilla flavor Cavendish, smooth but very flavorful. That being said, I want to talk about the man, Eric Nording. What about the man? What is it that I know about Eric Nording? In 1994 and 95, I met Eric twice. He came to our store, De La Concha, and this was the time that pipe started making a comeback. It was a big hit in the 1970s. It waned a little bit in the 1980s. Then, with the cigar boom brought in customers, and then the customers began looking. Certain customers began looking at the price, the affordability of smoking a pipe as to continually smoking cigars. That's where Nording comes in. Nording came to the store. As I walked in, he's far to my left, had both hands on the pipe display, almost like subconsciously covering the pipes that we had displayed, while his pipes were on another table across from him. And Eric had both hands in a Churchill in his mouth. He had a cigar in his mouth. I found this so interesting. But if you know Eric, you know that he loves cigars. He even made a cigar that was made for him by Rocky Patel, if you didn't know that. He has a store and he sells it. I don't know if it's still available, but at one time Nording had a cigar. He loves cigars. And not Cuban. Oh, there was Nording. Light beard, glasses, not too tall, about my height, strong, lean physique, sturdy. You can tell he's a sturdy man. And he was just admiring the new renovated shop. And he was standing there looking at his pipes across and observing how many people were going to go to the pipes. So immediately I looked at him. I said, I know this man from somewhere. Magazines, pipe magazines, and I knew all about the Danish pipe makers, the design, the free hands, how popular they became with the social revolution of the time of the 60s, and the whole thing about rock and roll and freedom of expression. And so that was the time of the freehand pipes. And if you had a freehand pipe, it was not a conservative pipe, it was not an American pipe, it was not an English pipe, it was not an Italian Ferrari pipe. It was totally different. Within that context, it was totally different. Look at this beautiful thing. It's got this primal art, like something that you would go into a cave and see. And it has Norwegian sensibility, like the ships. I don't know if you've ever. I've studied the Viking ships going through the water, slicing through the water, and his pipes have that quality. It's not square. Rectangular, but it has lines and curves. It has lines and curves, and it flows from here all the way around. Everything on a Nording pipe flows. And somebody that's conservative will go, oh, well, it's not straight. Why is it crooked? Why is this and that? It was a whole way of viewing the world. Now, obviously, Nording was thinking out the box and began to be creative and created the freehand. Whatever creativity he had, much like improvisational jazz, he began improvising, taking into consideration of the grain, but that was not his forte. His was this engineering and design. So as I walked and I saw him, he had this look about him like, there it is. This is my work of art. I brought you all the pipes. And I looked at him and I looked at the pipes and I went, whoa. I just looked at the pipes. They were like nothing American, nothing European. It was totally different lines and curves, and he was just standing there, like saying, there you go, you're seeing the work of a genius. I went over and talked to him. Mr. Nording, I'm a great fan of yours, and he's a very engaging, very opinionated. He's not the type to let you, if he's going to tell you something, he's going to tell you the truth, he's going to tell you straight. There's nothing that bar him. I can imagine now he's a little older, when he has so much success, he's going to tell you what he thinks. So, I saw a lot of Hemingway in Nording. Freedom, drinking, smoking cigars, a love for his craft. Hemingway was like that, a love for his writing and fishing, and he had other hobbies, and it wasn't pipe that made the man. And as you began to talk to him, he had a very scientific mind, a very studious mind, and he really liked the fact that we loved his pipes. We would talk intently about the pipes. Why did he did that? Why is it's bent the way it's bent? So it can enhance the mandibular. So he took the anatomy, zygomatic process, mandibular process into consideration. Your teeth, the the vulcanite used at the time, or the acrylic, how it would look in a man's hands, how it forms around a man's hand. So there was a lot of thought process. And of course, every true story grows into a myth. And people began saying, he makes the best pipe in the world. The best smoking pipe in the world. Nothing that Nording does can you say you find great ever. And the price point, he keeps it sensible with the working man can afford a pipe. So, we guys, we're the ones that make all the myths and the legends and stuff like that. We just know every guy that loves what he does and is happy he does it. And he can teach you a thing or two. The legend comes after time. He's still making pipes. He made various different lines, and I can't wait to buy the Hunter pipe that he's made and the Valhalla pipes. And he has a theme, and based on the theme he creates, and I find that very beautiful. The one about the hunter, that's something primitive, right? Hunting. Making this pipe seems like he had gone into a cave, seen something mystical, something magic, something in his primal mind that took him back to the times where people danced around fire. And that's what I get. That's what I see. You might see something else. But there's something very Norwegian or Danish, going back to the Viking days, that's in his subconscious, that's in his DNA. And he brings it out in his creativity. I got Norwegian blood. I got at least one or two ancestors who were Vikings. I love the sea. I love the wind. I love to carouse and act up sometimes and act ha ha ha. The craziness comes out. Primal me comes out. That's my alter ego. I call it that. Where I'm around a lot of men and we might be drinking 2 or 3 and we're ha 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 slapping each other on the back. I can get into that. Not often now, but when I was young, you're a bunch of group of alpha males. It gets weird. And during the military, I had a lot of that camaraderie, and I miss it from time to time. Being around men that are sure of themselves, that are opinionated, that in any situation they have your back. And I find Nording to be somewhat like that. When I pick up a Nording pipe, it's saying to me, Miguel, don't worry about it. Look what I made. My engineering is flawless. My work is artist. My creativity is artist. You're smoking one of the best pipes in the world. And I put my name on it, Nording. The man, the myth, the legend. Get yourself a Nording pipe. You'll never regret it.